fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run. It's Dorsett, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 1st down, Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're going to look to throw. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Jackson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Dorsett. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw with Dorsett. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Daniels. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, it's Dorsett. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Dorsett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. On 1st down, Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Daniels. Going right side here, and that's complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Jackson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On the give, this is Dorsett, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Daniels. They dump it off, complete to Dorsett. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
To throw from his end zone, Daniels. He's going to go for it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 99 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy, throw. And he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to...
Now the ball comes loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 4 yards out, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a court. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run on first down. It's Allen. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, we joked on his 1,099th catch that 1099 reminded us of our taxes. This one's not as funny. He has 1,100 catches. He is legit.
Well, he's also in a different tax bracket than we are because of those 1,100 catches. He has earned it, hasn't he?
Indeed. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw on third down, Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. His last catch was number 1,100. This one, 1,101. Puts him even with 2013 Hall of Famer Chris Carter.
So it just tells you it doesn't matter whether you catch it with one hand, catch it with 2 hands. They count the save, and what a number he has put up in his career. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact that a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. He will protect you.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Let's go.
A big play there. 69 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 1st down, Daniels. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
from the gun on third down. Daniels throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Jackson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now back to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Boy, he's moving right up the career leaderboard. Last catch tied him with Chris Carter. This one ties him with Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison.
So can he go ahead and prepare his speech right now? For whatever date he's going to be inducted.
Want the measurements for the jacket?
Measurements for the jacket, what are the details for the weekend, how many people can he invite to the party? Because he's going to Canton.
If anybody's listening, I'm a 38 regular. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down now. It's Allen, and he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. The Niners on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else?
And oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's Jackson, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down. It's Allen, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He finds his man Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jackson. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st down, Allen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.